So, I'm watching a YouTube video not too long ago, trying to occupy my mind, trying to get my mind focused back on things that I used to do. And so the topic was business, and the video was boring, not sparking any sales with me. And so I scrolled down looking for a similar video under the same topic, and what do I find? That's right, religion. I have a problem with religion. A big problem. Because people use religion against other people, all right? And they lie. Religion is a big lie. So the video is about these people in Israel that used to hold primarily Jewish beliefs that are being converted by Americans to believe in Christianity. And they said that Jesus's real name is spelled Y-E-S-H-U-A. And I started having a little blood boiling session on that one for good and valid reasons. And let me tell you why. Because that is not an ancient old name at all. That is a name based on the findings of an investigation that took place not too long ago, within the past few hundred years, okay? And to mirror that up against the name Jesus, I have a really big problem with that, okay? So let me tell you the story. So these people out in the Midwest, they used to be called the Blood. They're not black, they're Plains Indians, okay? They were known as the Blood. They discovered some writings left behind from Hiawatha. And so they decided all on their own to start to not only decipher the code, but they also found the exact location where this stuff took place. So at some point in time, this continent, which was once known as the Western Hemisphere, had people that they kept track of by numbers. Okay, no numbers were assigned to them, but they had an accurate count of the number of people that were here at all times. And some people just came up missing. And so they sent people looking for the missing people. And that was the last log of that finding, okay? The missing people. So they were able to, these people out in the Plains Indians, they were able to accurately track down the precise location. And when they did, they found acres upon acres of bones. All these crosses, like hundreds and thousands of them, and the bones all shattered to the bottom of the crosses. A lot of the crosses broken, okay? And so they're walking through this field of what they found, and looking down on the ground, side to side, side to side. Sorry about that. And then they look up and they see far off in the distance this thing that resembled the letter Y. And when they got close enough to it, they saw that the bones and everything were still held together by muscle and tissue. The only one in this field. So they had to call it in to have it thoroughly investigated. And come to find out during that time zone, they did capture all these men and bring them to this one location because there were women begging the church, like the Catholic Church, to allow them to have babies. But none of the men wanted to touch these women because they were filthy on the inside and on the outside. They didn't care for themselves. They had disease covering their bodies. Their whole insides were flushed with diseases, okay? But they they got permission to bring new life into this world through the church. And so they captured a bunch of unknown men to have sex with these women to grant them their wish. And none of these men wanted to have sex with these women. And so they were hung up on the cross, and there was hundreds and thousands of them for acres upon acres in this field. And so the Plains Indians, using H, that's Hiawatha, the Y means what they found in the field. The image of a person from a distance looked like a Y, still had tissue and bone attached, tissue and muscle attached to the bone. They discovered the evil about the sex, that's the E and the S, and they tested the remains of this person, and he was half Huron and half Aztec. Okay? So now somebody is out there converting, brainwashing people, millions of people, into believing that's Jesus's original name. I mean, how far are we going to go with this stuff? I mean, why are we doing this? I don't understand it. Do you think this world is a good place? Do you think there's going to be some coming of the Lord and we're all going to, you know, like, give me a break. Seriously, I can't deal with it. The idiosyncrasies of what is allowed and how the United States is brainwashing other people away from their own cultures. It's sick. That guy needs to go to jail. Okay, he needs to be hung up on a cross. Better yet, he needs to be forced to have sex with an unhealthy woman. Seriously.